Did this thing finally work? There are technical errors not associated with anything that I can control, which have prevented the stream from getting started. Since it, well, never mind the reason why. The problem was the restream, which streams it to various platforms like Twitch and YouTube. Whatever, here we go. Back into Myst. And may remember before we did what was called the Channelwood Age. That's all I've done so far, which involved this tree, this boiler back here, which is not lit. Almost makes me think I haven't done it yet in this particular incarnation of the game, which I'm using for the tutorial. But this is Channelwood Age. That's the book from what I just showed you. And right here is Stoneship Age. Let's throw it behind me, walk away, wait for it to go back on the shelf. There we go. And if you look at the side of it, Stoneship Age. It says on the book. I'm just kind of going in order. So if you look through the Stoneship Age, you see that it involves a ship. We know where that is. It involves a lighthouse right here. You see that? This is a map of a different island, but it's actually a stone ship. You can see the bow of the ship, and the stone is sort of taking it over. This is what's important. You see constellations. That's a constellation for an anchor. There's an eye. There's a snake. There's a tick. There's a cross. There's an arrow and a goose and a maple leaf, right? So let's just keep those in mind. I'm going to keep the book with me. And let's start with this one down here. I'm going to turn all these on. And that's what you're going to want to do. Turn all of these on. There's an arrow. Here is maple leaf. You know what? I think I've just discovered something. This is a randomized copy that I'm using because I'm working through this live with a friend instead of the actual beginning copy. So what I'm going to do is select New Game. Actually, I'm going to go back to Load. Autosave May 30th. It's Game 2 I'm going to overwrite. So sorry about this. I'm just going to start over. New game. So, yeah. I'm going to save it as number 2 when I get there. Classic 1993 Myst is what I want. In fact, I may edit out the beginning of this video later on. But I have to wait for this thing again.
I
realized the randomized thing because
the book would not be destroyed as I planned.
Then it wouldn't really be a totally
Continued
accurate
falling into
tutorial.
that starry expanse of which I had only a fleeting glimpse. I've tried to speculate where it might have landed, but I must admit that such conjecture is futile.
Didn't it land sooner?
Still, questions about whose hands might one day hold my Myst book are unsettling to me. I know my apprehensions might never be allayed, and so I close, realizing that perhaps the ending has not yet been written.
All right, let's get going. Now, I don't think I have to do anything first before I, well, I'm going to have to throw those 2 pages in. It's a good thing to mention up front in a video anyway. But I'm assuming that if you're starting with this video, that you've already done Channel Wood Age and the preliminaries. The preliminaries involve finding this note, reading it, going down to that little, I don't know, what does this thing call it? Calls it a 4-chamber. And, you know, counting all the little marker switches. That's a marker switch, and entering the number in. But now, let's grab this Stone Age book. And we'll head down here. This better be the maple leaf. It's the arrow again. Alright, well, that sucked. I don't know what's going on. Let's get to the thing. So as you can see, the arrow is one of these. And this is the maple leaf. And this, you want to turn all these on. I'll get to why as we go along. There's the cross. I think we saw the goose, right? Over here is the eye. And here is the snake. Here is the tick. Where was the tick? It's the next page. Yeah, there we go. And the anchor. Where's the anchor? Must be back here. First page. Let's go. Come on. There we go. Anchor. Now that we know that, we'll throw this back to here. And you remember that in order to close that door and open the secret passage, you just press down on this thing. By the way, since I'm starting over, I gotta put these pages in the book. Come on, go in there. And you go in there. That's our whole point and purpose, is collecting pages. And I also need to turn on... I've forgotten about this. Let's do this to get my door. I gotta turn on this marker switch. Really ought to have them all on, but for this part right here, I need that marker switch on so that I can turn this. Actually, what does that marker switch go to? I was thinking that since it's to those things, which I've got to use, it was the right one. I think it's going to be this one. Alright, there it is. Power rotating. So it's done rotating. Get this passage opened again, and that door closed. And away we go into the elevator. Seems slow when you're impatient, but it's actually quite well paced for an elevator. So now we'll go look up here and see what's outside, and you see the ship. That's good. That's telling you that the key has to do with that ship. What's the key? The key is what you see over here. I am going to snap a photo of it by pressing the B button and then pressing it again. So now I know those dates. I didn't have to commit them to memory. Might have been more fun if I had. I didn't have to. By the way, the way to learn how to do this, I'm showing you how to do it, but the way to learn is you just have to run around and find... It's sort of like a round peg, round hole, square peg, square hole test. As long as I'm right here, I might as well turn that on. So for instance, let's look at this photo album. We'll look at the thing I just took a picture of. It's right there. Right, so you have a date and a time, right? October 11th. Right, a month, a day, a year, and a time, right? And you know that, it's on the key, and then you wandered around all over the island till you finally get to here, and you see this thing that wants a month, a day, a year, and a time. Well, what a shocker. It must be this that I need to work on. So this needs to be on October. I didn't even try to remember, but it kind of seems like it said 11. It's not 11th, who knows? I'll just have to change it. Photo album. October 11th, 1984, 10:04 a.m. So 1984. 1. Move it over 1 with that. 9. Move it over with that. 80. Move it over. 1, 2, 3, 4. What was it? 10:04 a.m. I think. If it wasn't, you push the thing in the middle and it changes the sky, and you can look up at all the dots that are supposed to be the stars, and you don't care. You have this. Now I could take a picture of that and then go back to the book and look and see what it is in the book, but I know that's a maple leaf. I just remember it, and I'm trying to get through the video quickly because everybody wants to do that. So now you can see how to do this. Well, I might as well go through the other two. It's a short thing. Besides, I'm not 100% sure that I remember what they are. Photo album. Let's see. January 17th, 12:07, 5:46 a.m. January 17th. 12:07. 5:46 a.m. How do you get up there quickly? Is there a way? I'm holding the button down. Yeah, it's cruising along now. Did I remember it right? Okay, that's the snake. I recognize the snake. I don't need to go look in the book. Back to the photo album. November 23rd, 9791. That's a long time in the future. November 23rd, 9791. 6:57 p.m. November 23rd, 9791. Okay, so November 23rd. 97. 91. I forgot the time. Oops, wrong button. What was the time? This is why you need photos. 6:57 p.m., so 1857. And hit the middle button. So we've had the maple leaf and the snake, and now we have the tick. So I don't need to go back and look in the constellations. What that's telling me is to light up, have only lighted the maple leaf, the snake, and the tick. So I'm going to turn that one off. There's the snake. There's the tick. That's not the maple leaf, so it's gone. That's not the maple leaf, it's gone. That is the maple leaf. That's not. One more, right? And there we go. Now let's come over here and notice the two ships are rising out of the water. This rose out of the water, and that ship rose out of the water. What this all does, that whole first part, is it gives you access to the book. Just had to check my microphone, which is right here. So the book, now you look through here and this is where we're going. This is the Stoneship Age. See, it's a ship, but it's embedded in stone. There's a lighthouse and doorway into the rock, whatever. Let's just get down there. Let's get going. Is the book page? There it is. Book turning pages. 6. There we go. All right, so what is the wisest thing to do first here? Yeah, okay. So I'm going to go over to this little umbrella here. And I'm going to move this over to here. But before I do that, let's just take a look over here. Notice that this is all underwater. And this is all underwater. And there's another passageway over here, which is also all underwater. Now, what this is going to do is drain the water where I just showed you in those final 2 passageways. As you can see, this is still underwater. How that works, I don't know. But over here, whoops. What did I do? Oh, no. This is the lighthouse bit. I'll do the lighthouse bit. Just because I've already done it. It's the middle one. So the lighthouse bit, this was full of water. I didn't show you before, but I think you can get the gist. You get in here, and you see this barrel, which is full of water. You completely drain the barrel. Then you tighten this back up. So now it's full of air, and it's sealed. So now, instead of sinking to the bottom, if we fill that up with water again, it'll float. So I'm going to put this back where it was, hit the button, now get over here. I didn't show you that it was filled up with water before, but now you'll see that it is full of water. Now what's important about that is when we came in here before, this key was hanging here, and if you try, there's also a lock on these stairs, or this ladder. You can't use the ladder for some reason, which you'll see in a minute, but the key won't reach. But you go through what I just went through to raise this thing up here, and you see that the key will reach this. That's kind of cool. Keeping it in there while you turn is maybe not so... maybe I gotta use the other hand. Let's just see. There we go. Now there's a key in there. It's also on a chain. Kind of defied the laws of physics there, but whatever. Put it in here, give it a turn. Now the ladder comes out. You can go up the ladder. And when you go up the ladder, what you find up here is, I don't know why it all goes dark all of a sudden. It's like the sun goes dark. There's the sun. Didn't make much sense, right? But, you do this and it charges this thing up. It's like a big capacitor, which just slowly discharges. And that gives you light in a couple of places. I think it matters most down there, but it kind of matters in here too when you're trying to figure things out. So now we're gonna do what I intended to do the first time, which was drain this spot over here. As you can see, this is drained and this is drained. They're both drained. Now notice you have these metal doors on the side covered in rust. And you just kind of watch as you're going down. You suddenly get to a place where one of these things is open. I'm not going to go down there yet. I'm going to go in here to this doorway. And this is the room of one of those brothers. And you open one of these and you find the blue page, right? And as it turns out, maybe all there is in here. Okay, so no, there's more. You need this. I'm gonna take a picture of it. Whoops, hit wrong button. That wasn't good. Take a picture of it. That's what you need to do so that you have this half of that note. And that's then you're done in here. You can screw around in here and just kind of check it out for a while if you want. I see something. Is this the only door? Yeah, it's the only door. Alright. So, just went past that other room. Maybe should have just gone through it. I'm gonna go charge up that thing again, as long as I'm here. See, it just totally discharged. So now there's no electricity, there's no lights on anywhere. So we'll get it charged up again. All right. Okay. So now we'll go. One I went through before? I think it is. But it doesn't matter because we have that passage, which I did not take before. This is going to be red. Yeah, this is the red room I was just in. Now look for this passage right here. This is going to become important later on. You'll notice that there's sort of a compass on it, and the top of it would be north. And you look outside here, there's these funny looking things with some power cables going to them, but even though everything's lighted up, there doesn't seem to be anything happening with those. Which way did I come in? Hopefully not this way. I think it was this way. Yep. Yeah, this is a little confusing. It's the other way, right through here. Okay, this is the other brother's room. What's going on? And here's the red page. And that is all we need out of here. You can kind of run around and play with stuff if you want, whatever. Look in other drawers, look for clues. But now we've got our pages. So now it's just a matter, the only thing left is to get back. That's the whole point of all these ages, is to get the pages and then get back. So how do you get back? Well, the trouble is, like, the next place to go is right here. I don't think there's any power right now. Maybe there is. But you go down here, say we open this, and it's just dark, right? It's just really, really dark. So what do? Do we turn on the power? Let's go turn on the power and look. Get it all charged up. Let's go. Are my feet not on the ground? This is a little tricky. You always have to look for your feet flashing, otherwise you end up stuck. So now, with the power on, you go down here to look, and it's still dark. What's going on, right? So you can't really see anything. What are you gonna do? And you notice out there, there's way out there, you see this power cable going out there to something. It's like, and there's one right there. They don't have power either. I just charged up the thing. Why don't they have power? Well, we haven't used this area of the stone ship yet. Climb up this thing. Notice that that thing is flashing. Let's turn this thing until we can see the top of that in here. And this is the kind of thing you just mess around with, and you suddenly just think, wait a minute, that thing's flashing. Maybe that means something. Maybe that's a clue. And it happens to be on 135 degrees. And then you think, well, now wait a minute. there was, in that room down below, where was that? That was this one. Down that passage, there was a compass, right? And it had a north on it. Whoops, did I go past it? Where is it? There it is. All right, so where's north? North is right there. 180 degrees is here. 90 degrees is there. Oh, I lost my power. I wonder what would happen if I hit it without power. I guess I got to go back up and turn the power back on. Come on, let's go. All these things that can sometimes be difficult to figure out because you have to do them, like, even if you get it right, you might not get it fast enough. So you won't know that you got it right, and you'll keep trying different things instead of the one thing that's right that you just didn't do fast enough. Okay, there's my feet. Back in here. Oh, I don't need to go there. I did it again. I ran right past the passage. Here it is. All right, find north. North is there. Hit it. So this is 180. This is 90. Halfway between is 135. You hit that, and lo and behold, these things light up. They're lit up underground. So now, you have to charge up the power again. We're going to try not to. Go to this one, drain it. Go back down. And it's all brightly lit and beautiful. And what is this? Right in the middle, a desk with a button on it. That's interesting. And it's a book. Open the book, put the palm of your hand on it. Guess what? Are you guessing? Are you still guessing? We're back in the library. So, Stoneship Age has now been completed. Time to end this stream. And next time I'll do this Stoneship Age, which is a long one. It is a long one. All right, done. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you.